WLNS is here for you with 6 News at 6.
A Lansing man arrested and charged, accused of child sex crimes. It's our top story at 6. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sherry Jones.
And I'm Siobhan Klepfer. Michigan State Police say 34-year-old Zachary Whaley faces up to 20 years in prison if he's found guilty of the charges.
Taryn Simmons followed this investigation and has more details on the timeline of the alleged crimes. Taryn?
Sherry, Siobhan, authorities say the investigation began after a parent contacted the police about their child's online activity. According to an affidavit of probable cause obtained by 6 News, Whaley was in contact with a minor from North Carolina. On January 23rd, in text messages sent to the juvenile, police say Whaley sent an image of his penis. Whaley is also accused of asking the minor for pictures of herself in the shower or of her underwear. That's when police in North Carolina contacted Michigan State Police, who eventually got a search warrant for Whaley's home where they seized electronic evidence, including his computer. Whaley has been charged with child sexual abuse activity, accosting a child for immoral purposes, and using a computer to commit a crime. 6 News reached out to Safe and Just Michigan, a nonprofit group where Whaley worked. They released a statement saying that he was terminated immediately on February 20th after learning about his arrest. The executive director, John Cooper, also says they are shocked and appalled at what is alleged. I also reached out to MSP and police in North Carolina for comment, but they were unable to. Sherry, Siobhan, back to you.
Thank you, Taryn. Staying with crime news, a Lansing man was killed in Albion yesterday.
Police say that another man was involved in this shooting and is now in police custody.
The Albion Department of Public Safety was called around 5:15 p.m. to the 1300 block of Hillside Road. Originally, the call was just for some kind of trouble, but it escalated into a shooting less than a minute later. When police arrived, officials say they found a 27-year-old Lansing man dead from multiple gunshot wounds. Officers arrested an 18-year-old suspect, and the shooting is still under investigation.
Jeff Beal has announced his plans to resign as the superintendent of Jackson Public Schools.
District officials have confirmed that he made that announcement in an email to staff.
And this comes as the district faces a budget shortfall of more than $4 million, and dozens of teaching positions could be cut. According to our media partners at MLive, Beal got a positive annual evaluation by the school board back in December, resulting in a 2% raise and a contract extension into 2029.
The so-called Department of Government Efficiency's efforts to shrink the federal government workforce has drawn controversy all over the country.
And today, more than 100 people demonstrated in Detroit in support of federal workers.
Members of the American Federation of Government Employees, along with elected officials, demonstrated today at the VA office in the Motor City. They say they wanted to highlight how the nation's veterans will be impacted by the firing of dedicated civil servants.
I'm absolutely heartbroken. I really loved this job, and I love telling the stories of veterans and helping veterans get connected to their benefits through outreach events. And I'm a veteran myself, so I'm absolutely devastated that I'm not able to continue doing that.
Supporters of the Department of Government Efficiency insist the federal workforce is bloated and shrinking it will save taxpayer money.
A national protest called the Economic Blackout began today as an effort to push back against corporate influence in politics.
Some people in Lansing say it's all about shifting economic power back to the people. Zena Issa is here for you tonight with more on how the community is responding.
You may have seen posts like these circulating online today, urging people to take part in the economic blackout.
Instead of focusing on mass corporations and all the things that are going politically with those corporations at this time, we're trying to get people to focus on local and where they focus and spend their dollar.
The rules are simple. Don't make any purchases, but if you must, only support small local businesses.
Helping the economy, helping local community, feeding into the community consistently where that makes a difference for everyone versus mass corporations.
Supporters say this sends a message to large corporations by disrupting their profits. Some local businesses like this downtown Lansing shop are participating, encouraging people to rethink how they spend their money.
Spending with your dollar is also a vote. So saying what you're okay with and what you're not okay with. If you're spending your money towards things that don't have the greatest values, then you're saying you are okay with those values.
Shoppers we spoke with say it's about keeping money where it matters.
For me, it keeps the economics here in town.
One restaurant took things a step further. The Golden Harvest closed its doors for the day and is giving away free food, encouraging people not to spend money. Instead, focus on community over corporate profits. Organizers say this is just the beginning, and they hope this movement sparks a long-term shift in consumer habits. In Lansing, Zena Issa, 6 News.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Winds have been the big weather story across mid-Michigan today, and there's more wind in the 6-day forecast, so it's a real springtime looking pattern that we're heading into. Current wind gusts still 26 for Lansing, close to 40 in Jackson this hour, 32 in Kalamazoo, so breezy conditions will continue for the evening hours. As we check out the McLaren cam this afternoon, some current conditions on that. Temperature at 51 degrees. It is still warm out there, but look at that wind gust up to 48 miles per hour after a morning low down to 28. How about the Grand Ledge cam? Some clouds building in, some showers not too far away. Temperature at 49, wind gusts up to 42 today. Cold start down to 28, but what a temperature turnaround. Jackson cam, skies becoming cloudy once again as well. Temperature at 51 degrees with a 46 mile per hour wind gust. 54 the high and 24 the morning low. Final stop this afternoon in Hillsdale. Not quite as much wind, but still quite breezy at 31 miles per hour. Today's high 55 and our current temperature still a very mild and pleasant 52 degrees. A look at precision cast winds. They'll be lighter tonight, but still quite gusty. So tomorrow morning, wind gusts still between 20 and 30, maybe 35 miles per hour. With temperatures in the upper teens, that means wind chills will be in the single digits and teens. Tomorrow afternoon, winds a little bit lighter, 15 to 25. Air temperature will be in the upper 20s, so we'll have wind chills at times dropping into the teens and perhaps lower 20s. By Sunday morning, that's when the winds go light as that high pressure system begins to slip east and our winds become more west to southwesterly and start to transport a warmer air back into mid-Michigan. Temps currently, St. John's down to 48 degrees, Ionia down to 46, but still 50 in Mason, 51 in Jackson, and 54 currently as you head south towards Adrian. Cold front is moving through to the north of mid-Michigan, northern lower, especially the UP. That's where the snow has been today. For us, going to be too warm for anything but some evening rain showers as our cold front begins to slip to the east over the next couple of hours. By tomorrow morning, we should see decreasing clouds just a bit. Mix of clouds and sunshine for Saturday. There could be some lake effect snow showers right along the lake shore, but shouldn't really bother us here in mid-Michigan. Saturday night and into Sunday, that big area of high pressure is building in, so we're still on the cold side of things. So Sunday, it will be warmer and less wind, but lower 30s is about all we're going to muster. We're going to have to wait till this high slips east on Monday before the really warm weather starts to move back into the area. Forecast-wise for tonight, we're down to 19 degrees with mostly cloudy skies on the way, and again, some evening rain showers, but most of the overnight hours should be dry. As we head into tomorrow, temperatures will take off all the way up to 23 at noon, and how about 26 at 4 o'clock? That's the best I can do. Average high for tomorrow is 38 degrees, so we're going to be well below average. The 6-day forecast as we head into Monday, lower 40s. Strong storm system in the region Tuesday and Wednesday. That's going to mean big warm up. That's going to mean rain and a lot of wind. And it may end as a little bit of snow Wednesday evening, as it looks like most of that system, we're well on the mild side of things. The 6+6-day forecast getting into next weekend, a rain or snow shower next Friday and Saturday. There's your reminder to spring those clocks forward 1 hour as you head to bed Saturday night, that time of the year. More 50s on the way as we head into next week.
Like a sigh of relief almost, you know?
It's like the 50s, they keep showing up more and more. Now there's like 4 or 5 on there.
That's right. Ooh, it's exciting.
Next up, the 60s.
We appreciate that. Thanks, David.
Well, coming up, an Oval Office meeting got contentious today as the leaders of the U.S. accused Ukraine's president of being disrespectful. We'll hear from them next.
That and much more straight ahead on 6 News at 6.